Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and today I am playing around with sparkly things. I'm actually, like, not gonna lie a little bit. Remember how I always say that, like, I'm all about that packaging? Today's no exception. I wasn't, like, going to do this, and then I was like, it looks really pretty. You guys, look at this thing. It's called It Girl or It Cosmetics, okay? I know it's It Cosmetics. Let me grab the box because I should be able to read this here. It says, It Girl, Your Life-Changing Eye and Cheek Palette. I got this from Ulta. It says it is limited edition, but, like, okay, all the sparkles. That, like, and it's like these cute little raised, like, rhinestone details. I'm obsessed with this packaging. I was like, was I gonna do, like, maybe a video? Like, maybe. Was I gonna give it its own video? And then I saw it and I was like, damn, that's so beautiful. It gets its own everything. So, look at this. And then the little second piece to this, which I have somewhere. Oh. I put it on the floor because that's where you keep all your stuff. I also picked up the limited edition Sais Quoi, Your Perfect Pink Duo. It is an award-winning essential for perfect pink lips. Includes Vitality Lip Fusion Stain, Hydrating Serum Gloss Stain, and Sais Quoi Hydrating Color Awakening Lip Treatment. So apparently there's a lot of good stuff in this box. And then I also, not that it's super relevant to, like, this particular video, but while I was getting ready to film this video and put, like, all this makeup on, I was using this brush set that I picked up, which was also oh my good lord, I just dropped everything. This is Chic in the City, a 5-piece ultra luxe skin loving brush set and exclusive case. I don't know why that matters. But again, this was one of those limited edition cases. You got 5 brushes with it, like I just said, and it came in this super cute bag here with this ridiculously giant pom-pom. Like, look at how big this thing is. I was like, is that another makeup brush I see? Just kidding, it's a pom-pom. So I loved how super cute this was, and the price, I was like, you can't beat this. So in this set, just, you know, while I'm talking about it, I mean, why not? Let me, like, get rid of that. Where are the other 2 brushes? Why do I lose everything? I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go on camera. I better lose and move everything. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? C'est soir, ha ha. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Yeah, yeah. I found the little thing. So these are the 5 brushes. They all had, like, this beautiful, like, pink handle that, like, fades into clear. They're just really beautiful, chic looking brushes, so I love the name of it. It was like the Chic in the City, I believe. It comes with Chic foundation, Chic liner or brow, Chic eyeshadow. Do you see a theme here? Chic blush, and then of course Chic powder. So all 5 of these, and by the way, you guys, like, these were 68 bucks for the total, and then obviously they came in the case, but I was like, wow, for It Cosmetics brushes, that is ridiculously cheap. It's a $150 value, and you guys, their brushes are like top notch. My favorite brush are It Cosmetics brushes. I absolutely love them. This I use every single day. It is the all over powder brush, the 211, also by It Cosmetics. You guys, I'm just obsessed. Their brushes are so good. The quality is always there, so I didn't even bat an eye at these because I'm like, yes, please, God, give them to me now. So I just wanted to show you that real quick in case you were looking at them and you're like, are they worth it? Are they good? I happen to love them. That's just me. Now, let's get back into this little sexy devil. Also got this from Ulta. It is $48. It says here it's an $85 value. I don't know. Doesn't really matter to me. It says, celebrate being an it girl each and every day with this must-have eyeshadow and blush palette that delivers endless eye-opening looks and your most beautiful skin. I was like, what the hell does that say? Developed with plastic surgeons, which, by the way, they say any It Cosmetics packaging, if you pick it up, it says developed with plastic surgeons. Literally everything. I'm like, you guys, we get it. You love the plastics. I understand. Good Lord, I feel like an episode of Mean Girls is happening over here. Okay, it includes 10 universally flattering, long-wearing matte and radiant eyeshadow shades that effortlessly glide on to make your eyes come alive, plus a one-of-a-kind ombre blush that blurs the look of your pores and delivers a youthful flush of color. Blah, 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 and then it tries to tell you how to use them. I'm like, bitch, I know how to use me some eyeshadow. Now, the only thing, and I can speak, like, volumes for their blush. I've obviously never used this guy before, but I am obsessed with It Cosmetics blushes. At first, I was like, these don't work. Like, these do not blur my pores. And I actually kept the one blush because I swear it really did. Like, I put it on my cheeks and I was like, girl, my pores be gone. So I was really excited. And just so you guys can kind of see the colors that we get here, it almost looks like they give you like an eye look by itself, an eye look by itself, or you could mix the two. But like, look at the colors you get. Obviously the ombre blush is in the dead center. You get a good all over lid shade, and then just like a nice smoky brown eye. I don't know. I saw these and I was instantly drawn to them, and I loved that they were equal in how they divided it. Like, okay, you know, here's for a super pasty lid, maybe if you don't want it so pasty. Here's a couple good shimmers over here and 2 mattes, and then over here again 2 shimmers, 2 mattes. Really nice put together, and I love the mirror. It's huge, it's wall to wall, just beautiful. And it's like a really good, like, I look good in this mirror, which makes me love it all the more. So I want to start by, real quick, just because it's bugging the living piss out of me, I want to take the blush and add some blush on my face. I did bronzer, obviously. I feel like it, like, isn't dark, though, for some reason. It's really weird. Anyways, I want to take a little bit of this blush and kind of, you know, pat all over, kind of tip it off a little, because I tend to overdo my blush. Big shocker. Ooh, God, that's so pretty. What a good, like, universal blush, too. I feel like it's bright enough, but you can make it brighter if you need it, because it's ombre. Yes. Ooh, girl, that's a lot of pink. Okay, you guys, seriously, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's putting on too much blush. Like, what was I doing? I don't know, but I wish you'd stop, Paige, because that's a lot. Girl, when your cheeks are more flush than your wallet, okay? That's what you have here. Oh my Lord. But it's so pretty. Where's my bronzer brush? I just want to run what's left over on my bronzer brush underneath of that to kind of give me a little bit extra definition. Yes, God. Oh, girl. I feel like on camera it looks really like chiseled, and in real life it's like a lot softer, so I'm kind of like, I'll fix that later. But that's okay. Whatever, we all know camera distorts things. Camera makes me look pudgy too. I tell you what, in real life I'm only really like 120 pounds. Just kidding, we all know that's a lie. So let's start with some eyeshadow, y'all. Oh my God, I love that they call it eye foundation. That's so cool. Like right underneath of, because it has superhero underneath of it, and it just says eye foundation for those 2 bigger pans. That's so cool. Okay, right on. So I'm going to go in with the shade Beautiful and set my eyelid primer. If I can find my eyelid primer. Ooh, girl, that set my primer down very nicely. That was the shade Beautiful, by the way, in case you cared. It was the lighter of the 2 eye foundations. There's like fallout everywhere. That's like, or not fallout, but kick up. That's kind of a bummer so far. Okay, now immediately the first thing that I really love about this palette is how it kind of takes all the guesswork out of like trying to come up with an eye look. And for tonight, I'm kind of going out. I want it to be like a super easy, just, you know, kind of a look that's already done for me. I also thought it'd be nice if you were closer. Hi, how's it going? Yeah, you see the blush now, don't ya? Damn! Okay, so anyways, what I love about this whole like little kit so far, just from looking at it, is I really love that it just kind of says like, okay, here are your options. It's easy, it's breezy. It's just not CoverGirl, because we know how I feel about CoverGirl. Girl, I did not like it. No, CoverGirl was not my thing. It did not work for me. No, 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 no. I'm going to go in with the shade Darling. It's just like a nice matte brown shade, and I think I'm going to just start by working that into the crease. You guys, there is a ton of kick in pan. And by the way, I know you guys are probably going to be like, well, why in the hell didn't you swatch these for us? I didn't swatch them because honestly, I don't think that it's necessary for this palette. There's nothing exciting. There's nothing great. It's not something that like, oh, please swatch that exciting shade. Like they're all very standard, you know, different shades of brown and then a couple shimmer shades. There's nothing too amazing. I'll probably end up swatching a couple of the shimmer shades just so I can choose which one I want on my face. But that's why I didn't swatch them. Because I know that not everybody loves the swatching parts, so I try to, you know, if I don't need to include it, I'm not going to. And this is one of those cases where it's like, the palette's not super, super exciting in the swatch respect. I was watching myself on camera the other day do eyeshadow. I look so weird, like in the way that I use my brush, hold my brush, the way that I like angle it onto my eye. Everything about the way I do eyeshadow looks so weird to me on camera. I don't know if it's just because it's me doing it, but like I've seen other people do their eyeshadow on YouTube and I'm like, yeah, that's not how I do mine. Makes me look and feel crazy. Big shock. Ooh, girl, that is that's the perfect crease color. Okay, I'm gonna actually shoot over to the other side over here, which, speaking of warm and cold, I should probably mention this. If you're looking at this, and I'm trying to get the reflection to like calm the hell down, but over here is more like a warm tone, and over here it looks a little bit more cool tone with just like the matte shadows versus these two matte shadows. So, I mean, I like that they kind of thoughtfully were like, hey, if you want a warm tone, cold tone kind of thing. I'm actually gonna go in with the shade Brilliant. I was gonna mix the Lovely and Divine on this side, but I really like the idea of going in with maybe Brilliant and then Divine and working the warm and cold together that way. I think that so much of eyeshadow literally is all personal preference and like what you prefer to have on your eye versus like, oh, I hate this or it looks tacky. And for me, I don't know. I love mixing unexpected but like easy to wear colors together. Does that sound crazy? Like colors that you'd be like, Paige, that's a no-brainer, but to me, I'm like, ooh, I like it. And I'm just kind of sitting this one a little bit lower into the crease. I'm not really going for perfection on this guy. I'm just kind of going for like it's a real chill kind of fun, like let's just go hang out kind of night, which are always the best. Okay, so now that we are here, I'm going to work the shade Divine, which is, again, that more cooler tone, dark brown, just onto the outer V, just a tiny little bit, and kind of deepen it up a little bit before I go in with my shimmer shade. Oh, girl, you guys know I wait for that shimmer. Oh, Paige, how bad are you trying to make your damn eyeshadow look? Fix your freaking brush. Get a different brush in your hand, girl. Child, if that is not beautiful. Ooh, girl, yes. Okay, so now this is something I want to note just because I was just looking at it. I want you to focus on the It Girl blush right in the center right there. I don't know if it'll pick up on camera or not, but there is a ton. Here, let me see if I can. You can see all these little like black spots on that right there, and I just want you guys to see it because that is a bunch of fallout from the eyeshadow portion, like up here and up here, coming down and like filtering its way onto the blush. So there is that much kick up of these eyeshadows. But again, I point that out not because I'm trying to be shady, not because I'm trying to be a B word, but just because I want you guys to really realize that there is a lot of fallout. And if you've seen me use any other palette, I always talk about how frustrating it is when you're using like contour or even bronzer, blush, highlight, whatever. And if there are other colors mixed in with it, how if they're soft or they have too much kick in pan, they will kick onto the other colors and then you end up accidentally putting those colors on your face and then it's a big fiasco. So that right there is something I always look for in a palette when I use it to decide, do I love it, do I not love it, would I keep it, would I return it, that kind of thing. And so I obviously want to tell you guys because if that's something I look for, that's something that I would suggest you look for as well, because that's not something that I look for just because like I'm on YouTube and I film. That's something I look for because it's like, hello, you don't want brown speckles all up on your cheeks. I mean, can you imagine like, oh, just chatting with your girlfriend and then all of a sudden little tiny pebbles of brown eyeshadow on my face? Honey, no thank you, I have enough problems in my life. No thanks. But other than that, I just also want to say that I know there is a ton of kick in pan. I have said that multiple times now. Kick in pan, blah, 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 blah. But there's no fallout under my eyes at all. So they do cling very nicely to the eyelid and they're blending out beautifully. They're not super patchy. They were a little patchy in the inside, but that was my fault. I was trying to use a brush that was like this big in an area that was like this big. That's because I'm an idiot and I'm always too lazy to like just put it down and pick up another one and keep going. Am I the only one? I don't know. Tell me in the comments because I'm just kind of a lazy person sometimes. So, okay. Let's blow this thing off here and let's figure out what we want to do. Now, shimmer shade. Oh God, you guys, this is my favorite part. So maybe we should just give a little swatch. Ooh, girl. A little swatchy to these shimmer shades here. Bye, Felicia. Do you guys see these? Yes, child. All four of those are really pretty. I really love this one up here. He is gorgeous. Oh, yes. I think I'm going to go with the top shade, which is obviously the lightest, and I'm going to pack him on the lid. Now, I do want to try it first with a brush, which means I gotta find a brush. Oh, good Lord. Why do I make my life so difficult? Just going to go in. There's no, I didn't wet this or anything. Oh, that was unexpected. Okay, keep just getting you closer. Oh, my, okay. Girl, you have my undivided attention. And P.S., virtually no fallout. Ooh, child. I think I just found my love child. Da 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 da. Do you want to make little glittery babies with me? It also packs on really nicely with your finger if you are a finger user. I'm just going to go in with a Morphe E17 brush. It's just a little bit smaller. And I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Darling right here. It was my very first, like the lighter crease color. I'm going to take a tiny bit, tap it off so there's almost none. And I just want to use that to kind of blend out this area right here. Keep my crease nice and defined, while at the same time not adding much, if any, additional product. That is so stinking pretty. Now on the outside, I'm going to take, yet again, just a tiny little bit of that dark shade Divine right here. And I'm going to run it like, guys, when I tell you, like, I literally tapped it in and knocked it all off. There's maybe like one little color crumb left. That's what I call a tiny bit, by the way, is a color crumb. And I'm just going to, like, very, very lightly, gently, kind of softly, lightly, gently, and softly. Wow, Paige, maybe you should just get a thesaurus. Oh, wait, you are a thesaurus. That is such a beautiful, soft, like smoky eye. And I think that it is so pretty. Oh my gosh. So pretty, so wearable. All right, now I want to take my little blending smudging brush because, you know, guys, visiting my channel is not complete until we've played with the smudger brush at least once, maybe even 4, 5, 10 times. Who really knows? But I want to play around a little bit with this red shade, or this red like kind of shimmer right here. I want to take and smudge it on my lower lash line, tight to the lashes, and see how that looks, and then smoke it out a little bit underneath with the shade Charming, which is this one. So I want to fade that into that on my lower lash line. Oh, yes. Hello, filming. You're on camera. Yeah, guys, Kelly's on the phone. Okay, go ahead. Now you can. Oh, well, I put you on speaker.
I know.
Oh, I thought you said kidding. You said titties. Oh, okay. She said titties, not kidding. I'm wrong, guys. I can't hear. That was Kelly, y'all. That's who I'm going out with tonight. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is so stinking pretty. Okay, now, before I scuttle off and finish up the rest of my face, real quick, I want to talk about this little duo situation and just kind of see like what it has. And again, this was $24. It says here it was a $48 value. I don't really care what the value was because I'm like, if I don't like it, it wasn't worth anything to me. So, just kidding. Now, let's see here. This is in the packaging, and I was under the impression, I thought there would be 3 things in here. Maybe I just can't read. All right, so the first item here is, okay, I think this is like a chapstick. Let me put it on. Okay, it has like no smell, but I like literally think it's chapstick. I think it is like a chapstick, but it feels really good on my lips. Okay. Now I'm also curious, because what is this other thing here? Hydrating Serum Gloss Stain. Okay, well the word stain does make, ooh, listen. Oh, it's got a little magnet. Look at. Oh. I love it when things like close magnetically. I'm just like, yes, please. Now, here is the gloss stain thing. It's a really light pink color. And then this lid, I'm just like, okay, you are beautiful. Ooh. Okay. This one smells like vanilla. This is nice. Or like maybe a cupcake. Yes, this is literally, look at, like it just brought out the really natural pink undertones of my lips all by itself. It's a very nice glidey, like, it's not sticky at all. It feels really nice on my lips. Wow, that's apparently what color it is like when it hits your lips. Like, look at that. Look at how like hot pink that is. That's the tube. It's almost like it goes from this color to this color. Like, it's so weird. That is crazy. Okay, you guys, let me go ahead. I'm just going to pop on some mascara, a little bit of light liner, and then I want to come back on here, give you my final thoughts about all this cuteness that is going on currently, and wrap this business up. Okay guys, so as I'm sure you can notice, things are a little different. I actually was like putting on my makeup and I shut the camera off to finish it, and as I finished it, my friend got here and oh honey, I'm so sorry. And we left and we went out and grabbed some dinner, and now I get back and she's missed her sissy so much. So she just wants to really snuggle. Oh, and her had a burp. Oh, that was a big burp for a little puppy, okay. I love you, you stinky puppy. But anyways, I wanted to step back on here. Sissy, can I put you on my lap real quick? So what I wanted to come back on here real quick was give you the final thoughts that I'm supposed to give you all along, right? So I think that let's start a little bit with these lip duo products right here. We have the gloss, and I'm like, why is it missing something? The gloss, and then this other thing right here, which I'm still not even 100% sure, like, what this is supposed to be. I keep feeling like this is literally just like a lip, not a lip gloss, a chapstick, which you guys, I mean, it very well might be great. I've never used it before, so I can't speak too much for that. What I can speak about a little bit, though, is this gloss, and I keep feeling like I wished I loved it more. I kind of feel like, if anything, it's a little bit deceiving, because, I mean, it goes on your hand, right, and it's just like this beautiful, nice, like, clear-looking gloss, maybe a light touch of pink, but then as it sits on my hand, like, it's been sitting on there for, what, maybe 5 or 6 seconds, it does start to turn like a darker shade of pink. So I feel like, if anything, this is probably going to be more of a pain to work with than anything. It's just not my particular cup of tea. Now, these would both be products that you might love if you're someone that, you know, you want like a more natural look, or you just want to add like that shine or that fullness factor to it. These might be great for that. But you guys, like, I legitimately am obsessed with this packaging. Like, every time I look at it, it makes me smile. I don't know, but it's just so beautiful. Now, I do, oh, and that was another thing. I'm so all over the place tonight, you guys. I'm sorry. I've had like a lot going on tonight. We went out. I don't normally do that, so it's kind of throwing me off my game. Obviously I've been wearing these shadows for about, I'd say about 5 hours now, and there's no creasing. They look really beautiful on my lids. The color is still very much there. And that was one of my concerns with these shadows, because they were so powdery in dish. I was like, oh, like, are they going to separate? Sometimes there's a fine line for me in shadows. I love a powdery shadow, because I think that powdery shadows, if you have a little bit of powder, like, or kick in pan, I feel like they blend better onto the skin, they blend better into other colors, and overall they just manipulate better. So I'm fine with that. And then, but there's like a point where they're almost too powdery, and if they hit too powdery, they tend to want to separate on my lids or get kind of weird, patchy, creasy, no matter, you know, what they're primed with or anything like that. So I always get a little bit cautious when they start to like hit that almost too powdery stage, and I was afraid of that with these, and they do look really nice on the lid. And like I said before, the one thing I really love about this is that, you guys have heard me, I've beat up so many basic palettes for being too basic, like, oh, these, you know, these colors are basic, and this is this, and oh, it's not worth it. What I love about these is that the shimmers did not disappoint, the mattes did not disappoint. They weren't the most pigmented shadows in the entire world, but they were super easy to blend. They were super nice to work with, and I really, really, really love the fact that they did a warm side and a cool side, and I love the shimmers. I love that they gave you 2 mattes, 2 shimmers, 2 different bases for, like, you know, different eye looks, or not different eye looks, I should say, different undertones, and I think that that's why this palette would lend itself more to different, you know, different skin tones and whatnot. And the same with the blush in the center, because you can choose how much of that pink you get to decide if it works better for your skin tone or not. Overall, I really love this palette as far as like a good travel palette, or as far as a good, like, an eye-catching, easy to use. I think that this is the gift for the person. It's 48 bucks, so it's not cheap, but I also know that one It Cosmetics blush is like $30, something like that. They aren't cheap. And so I'm kind of like, that's the one thing about this that I'm like a little hesitant on, is the price point. I don't love the fact that it's so expensive, because I feel like for 48 bucks, if it was like $39 or maybe even like $40, $42, I would feel a little differently about it. The one thing I really struggle with when it comes to stuff like this is where usability meets price. And I feel like this is one of those products where if I were to give this to someone that literally does like one eye look, and it was like a standard, you know, the brown quote unquote standard eye look, like what I did tonight, this would be it all day long. Good shadows, easy to use. I think that you'd get a ton of use out of this if you're more of a basic eye look person, and on the go person, and you want this like bedazzly kind of look. You love that limited edition feel. This is the way to go. I love it because it doesn't look like every other package. Every other package right now, even when it has these like standard colors in it that are super trendy right now, the browns, the beiges, that, you know, that brown sparkly tan, whatever, even the cranberry sparkles right now are super huge. But what I love about this is that it did all of those things in a different way, and it packaged them in such a different, sleek way where it's like, ooh, it's exciting. Even if it's not the most exciting color in the palette itself is exciting, which is huge to those of us that love and appreciate packaging. So for this, I really, really love. I'm not sure if, again, if you're someone like me who has literally a million eyeshadows, I don't know if this is the palette for you because you have these, literally these colors in every single palette. But again, if you're someone that you're just super basic, this would be a great option for you because you'll get a ton of use out of it because, you know, it's basic and you could travel with it and it's easy to go and, you know, you're done in one step. I went to wipe this swatch off. Look at how pink it got. Oh my good Lord. I'm gonna look like Barbie's dream house vacation in this stuff. I kind of like it even less now than I thought I did before. Wow. Okay, you guys, that is it for this video. Pooper is very tired and her wants to go to sleep. So we are gonna get Scoot in that way. And yeah, I think we are all set. Don't forget to check out that social media handle situation in the description box down below. I love it when she leans her head into me. She's so tired. I love you. She's so tired. But you guys, you check that out and you follow me on Snapchat, Instagram. You will see lots of Pooper and lots of me because her and I, we are frequently on that Snapchat and on that Instagram because she is my best little thing in the whole world. And her lover sissy. So that is it, you guys. I hope you have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this. And I will talk to you guys all in the next one. Bye. Do-do-do-do-do. Bye, sister. You say bye. Bye. She is not impressed with us, guys. She's not impressed at all.